You have to watch this clip again. This is the moment, at least for me. Liz Cheney reading a Trump tweet, trying to make that evidence that he encouraged the mob to enter the Capitol, except for one little problem. She didn't read the whole tweet. Play it.
Donald Trump tweeted, but he did not condemn the attack. Instead, he justified it. These are the things and events that happen, he said, when a sacred landslide election victory is so unceremoniously and viciously stripped away from great patriots who've been badly and unfairly treated for so long.
She literally left out what was on the screen, in the cover, and then behind her, where Trump says, "Go home with peace and love." My first guest is the host of No Spin News and author of Killing the Killers. And of course, you can read his columns, all things BillO'Reilly.com. Bill O'Reilly, welcome to the Salem News Channel. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.
All right, you were on my radio program, and we had a great conversation leading up to the January 6th primetime special, and you said if they don't come up with evidence of a crime in the first 10 minutes, you're out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a waste of my time. I'm pretty well versed on what happened on January 6th. I know Donald Trump pretty well. I know the people around him. I have the picture. He delayed too long making a public statement to the nation that this was an abomination, and would have done that earlier. But other than that, he didn't condone it. He didn't contrive it. So what are we doing here? Why are we wasting the taxpayers' money?
Yeah, when you have Liz Cheney reading what she tries to claim is the smoking gun of his encouragement of the mob, she leaves out a whole line of text that's on display behind her where Trump says, "Go home with peace and love and remember this day." How does she have any credibility by just leaving that out? That's the crux of the tweet. Go home.
She doesn't have any credibility. That's why she's going to lose the primary in Wyoming and sign with CNN as a commentator. That's what's going to happen to Liz Cheney. Everybody knows Liz Cheney hates Trump. Everybody knows she hates him because Trump mocked her father about the Iraq War. I don't know why Liz Cheney wanted to destroy her political career, but she has. And I do know why Pelosi puts her up front. Because all the other Democrats on the committee are Trump haters. But shouldn't Pelosi know that Liz Cheney is a Trump hater too? So what are we doing here, wasting taxpayers' time and money? I don't really understand what we're doing here.
I do want to talk about your books and the extraordinary offer that you've made for Father's Day, but just one more point about the evidence. Whether it was 10 minutes or the whole thing, they didn't display any evidence that could convict Trump of a crime in a court of law. And now you've got Benny Thompson saying they're not even making the criminal referral. Well, why not? Adam Schiff, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, they all said that there was evidence of a crime. They were going to lay it out. They were going to make their case. Other than propaganda, if they have evidence of a crime, don't they owe it to the American voter to turn that evidence over to the DOJ for prosecution?
You know, Andrew, in some sense, I think it's a misdemeanor to waste the time of American citizens. So maybe the referral goes back to them because they're wasting everybody's time. I mean, I said early on, there was nothing going to come of this. It's purely a political play. They want to take Trump off the board with independent voters for 2024. They're hoping that some independents will not vote for him or think worse of him after this, but that's what it's all about. There's nothing more to it.
All right, so let's talk about killing. So it's not just killing the killers. You're making a pretty big offer for the Father's Day holiday.
You know, I got my staff yelling at me. BillO'Reilly.com is the most successful, I believe, independent news agency in the world now. So we got the killers. This is my 11th killing book, 19 million copies in print, the most successful nonfiction book series in history, pardon the pun. But I feel bad about what's going on with working Americans, so I said to my staff, look, if they buy Killing the Killers from us on BillO'Reilly.com, we'll give them free Killing the Mob. And they went, no, we can't do that, lose money. I said, then we'll lose money. Because I want people, you got to buy Dad something for Father's Day, right? So
yeah.
rather than buy him a $60 tie he's going to put in a drawer, for a third of that, you get 2 books that he'll like and might help take a little of the financial pressure off the day-to-day families, because Joe Biden has ruined the American economy. It's not debatable. This isn't a debate. That's what he has done. But before the Republicans take the House and Senate in November, which they will, we're going to suffer. And people are going to get hurt. So if I can alleviate that a little for Father's Day, that's what I'm going to do.
I can tell you, my family, we're not planning on going anywhere this summer. I'm not loaded. To get in the road and go driving all over the country. I mean, maybe we'll go to an amusement park in Pennsylvania, but it seems like a lot of people are doing staycations. A couple of books might help you get through the summer.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a good deal. I'm hitchhiking wherever I want to go, and I'll kick in a little for gas if anybody be up. But look, Killing the Killer is a book that every American should read, because you should know what's being done in your name with your money to protect you and your family against evil. That's what it comes down to. And it's an ongoing situation. The war on terror is still there. U.S. troops on the ground in Africa. Nobody knows it. They're fighting ISIS there. We assassinated the big leaders of the jihadist movement. Is unbelievably compelling. It's all there in Killing the Killers. #1 book in the world right now. And I appreciate everybody who supported it. And I think that if you get to add this book, Dad will like you. And then you get Killing the Mob free, as we said, if you go to BillO'Reilly.com.
And as you just said, we're so preoccupied right now with feminine hygiene product shortages, an open border, gas prices, lack of baby formula, war in Ukraine. But there are special operations guys out there doing that dirty work.
Absolutely. And they're the bravest and best trained force the world has ever seen. These are special forces for the U.S. military. I'm a little worried about the border situation, Andrew, because you've got millions of people coming across unattended, and some of them are terrorists. The problem is, for the terrorists, they can't call overseas. So after this, Andrew, if you call Abbottabad, Pakistan, somebody's going to pick that up with our surveillance. And this is all because of the Patriot Act. Next time you have me on, I'm going to draw a comparison between the Patriot Act and gun legislation, and how the federal government could protect Americans from gun violence if it had the guts to do it, which it doesn't.